Hi, my name is Gisela Marti, and I am the creative director for Tammy Taylor Nails. Today, we're going to hop our way into a fantastic design for Easter. Our guest artist, the new Dazzle Rock collection, Easter Morning. So let's get started. For these Easter Bunny designs, we have over here the new Dazzle Rock Easter Bonnet, Easter Morning Sky. From the Prisma collection, we're going to be working with the Hot Pink Neon, the Opalescent Pink, Orange Slice, and French Pink. We will be needing our Dapendish White. We have from the Competitive Edge powders, the whitest white, and we also have the clear. We will be needing for sealing the design the Top Gel Plus. Liquid, we will be working with the A Plus liquid. To clean our brush, we'll need the brush cleaner. To clean the design, we will be working with the Clean It solution. Of course, we have our Wipe It and our towelettes. For tools, we'll need the dotting tool and the detail brush. And majorly, our designing 3D brush and also our sculpting flat brush. The first thing that we're going to do is we're going to sculpt a nail using our two Dazzle Rock Easter Bonnet in Easter Morning Sky. This is the Morning Sky, which is the blue, and of course, the Easter Bonnet is the pink. I'm gonna use the Morning Sky all the way in 3/4 of the nail, and the rest of the nail, which is gonna be the side close to the cuticle area, is going to be with my pink color. And we're gonna follow the same thing, 4-ball methods, okay? So 2 of my balls are gonna be in blue, one is gonna be in pink, and the last one is going to be clear. Here we go. So be sure that you grab a big ball. See, this is not a big ball. I'm gonna place it, but what I'm gonna do is I'm going to try to, the next one, make it even bigger in order for me to cover the area that I want to cover. Once again, a lot of liquid with a bigger size ball, and this is a big size ball. Be sure to pat the free edge. Do not stroke the free edge. Always pat. Line up, and square. You're going to have some time. You don't have to worry about not having enough time. So you have some time for this product to set up for you. Line up the product. And here we go. Now we're going to, I'm going to put it on a smaller ball, a little bit closer to the cuticle area. I want to make as much as possible of blue. Okay, now my cuticle area ball, that's going to be the pink color. And I'm going to put it right on the pink area. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to fade it into my blue. Fade into the blue. Clean the sides. And then with a clear ball, you're going to seal the nail. Clear to seal the whole nail. And backstroke. Wet the brush to be sure that everything is completely cover especially the free edge. Okay, this is my nail. My nail is two tones. Once again, we're using the blue on 3/4 of the nail, and then we are applying the pink color close to the cuticle area, and we fade it into the blue, and we seal the colors with the clear acrylic. Now I'm gonna wait till it dries. Once it's dry, then we're gonna proceed and we're going to be filing. Now my nail is already dry, and how do I know when my nail is totally dry? When I tap the nail and it gives me a sound. Don't forget to press the sides to create the C curve of the nail. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to file the nail using Tammy's favorite file, which is the 180 Zebra. Okay, so now my nail is totally filed, and I'm going to proceed to do my three-dimensional. And the three-dimensional that I'm going to be doing, it is going to be an Easter bunny. So my Easter bunny is going to be from this area over here all the way to almost the end. So I'm going to measure with my eyes, of course, the area where I'm going to be working. And this is very important because we need symmetry for our design. If you did a small or shorter nail in this particular case, then you have to reduce the size of the bunny. If the nail is even longer, then you have more space for you to work. I'm going to be working with 3/4 of the nail, so it would be from this side all the way here. And I'm going to grab a medium size ball. This is my medium size ball, and I'm going to place it. Once I place it, I'm going to start pushing all the way to where I said that it was going to be my 3/4 of the area. Then after that, I'm going to pat and flat as much as possible my bunny. And it's going to be like an egg shape ball. We're going to do an egg shape over here with the point of the brush. If you have to fix it, fix it. Be sure that everything is completely spread. Okay, fix the side. If you need to use more liquid, go back and get a little bit of liquid until the full white part of my bunny is completely flat. So here it is. See, I have 3/4 of the nail already completely covered. Now I'm going to start using now my three-dimensional brush. I need to be sure that the point is there. So I'm gonna dip into my liquid, and then I'm gonna come over here and I'm going to bring out the point because I'm gonna need it for the ears and I'm gonna need it for the rest of the details of the bunny. I'm gonna start first with the feet. I'm gonna grab a small ball about this size. I'm gonna place it in one side. I'm gonna wipe the excess of the liquid off the brush by twirling my brush. And once the product is already flowing, I'm gonna come over here and I'm going to pat. And that's one of the feet of my bunny. Now I'm gonna do a second one over here, same size ball. I'm going to place it. Wipe it. Don't forget that every time that you wipe, you're doing by twirling your brush so you can have that point. It's very important. And now I'm going to flat the little feet of my bunny right there. So I have my 2 feet over here. Now I'm going to do the ears of the bunny. I'm going to grab one ball that is about the same size than the other one, and I'm going to place it right on the side. And I want to wait till it start flowing in order for me to start dragging it down. And as you see, I'm going to expand it to the center. Once again, I'm going to go with the liquid, and I'm going to come back again, and I'm going to mark the ear of my bunny. Now remember, when you're working with three-dimensional cartoons, and if you're doing something like what I'm doing right now, you want to be sure that the sizes are about the same size. You don't want to have something bigger than the other, because then you will lose the symmetry of your three-dimensional. So back again, and now I'm going to bring it all the way down, all the way down, creating the second ear of my bunny right in there. Don't worry too much about the center, because we are going to put a bow in our sexy bunny. Here we go. We have one ear, the second ear. Now I'm going to put the nose of the bunny right on the center. Now, the technique that we're going to use for the nose is going to be by dragging on a small size ball this size, and we're going to dip in the pink, and we're going to place it right on that center. Wipe the brush, wait till it starts to flow, and then try to make like a triangle by guiding the product, and then pat the nose. So as you see, it's white, but it has a shadow of pink. So I already have my nose. Now I'm going to put the 2 arms right here, which is the other 2 feet of the bunny. And it's going to be in a smaller size ball, and I'm going to place it right in here. Once it starts flowing, again, the same procedure. We're going to pat softly so we can flat the whole area. We're going to do the same thing on the opposite side. Look at it. If you think it's too big, let it go and pick up a different one, but this is perfect. And do exactly the same thing. Once start flowing, with the back of the brush, you will pat to flat the design. Always, to mark, always you're going to be using the point, but to flat, you want to use the body of the brush. You can go back, because once it starts to dry, it's much easier for you to handle it. Okay, so I have almost my bunny here. I'm gonna put some shadows. It's not shadow, really, actually, to emphasize the area of the ears. I'm gonna use the opalescent pink, and that would be the inside. Look how small it is what I'm using. It's very, very tiny. And I place it with my brush very wet, and once it's there, I bring it down by doing like a color, like if I'm painting, giving an effect that is the inside of the ear. You do it with the brush very, very wet, and once it's there, then you just use it as if you're painting that area. I'm going to do the same thing over here later on the cheeks of the bunny so we can give a little bit of color. But now we're going to do the feet. And on this part of the feet, I'm going to use a small size ball with white, dip it into the neon hot pink. And look, it's this size. Touch it and now place it right in the center. Once it starts flowing, with my brush very wet, because I didn't wipe it off, with my brush wet, now I wipe it. I pat it so I can have that little detail. Now we're going to do the other foot and we're going to do exactly the same thing. We're going to drag on a small size ball. See? And I'm going to tap it into the pink. And with my brush wet, this is when I'm going to flat for the details. Then I wipe off my brush, because if I wipe my brush, then I'm not going to have enough liquid in order for me to give it as a coloration. I don't want to build up anything over here. It's just to give me an impression that is the bottom of the feet of the bunny. Okay, so now that we did both feet, oops, if that happens, don't worry. Just simply go back and pat softly. Now, what we're going to do is the bow of the bunny. And over here, I'm going to be using 3 colors. I'm going to take my white bow. It's going to be like a little larger bowl, see? And I'm going to dip it in the pink. And I'm also going to dip it in the orange. Okay, so I'm going to have 2 colors in there. And I'm going to place it right there. Let it flow. Once it flows, we're going to do exactly the same technique that we do when we do petals. I'm going to use the side of my brush. See, the barrel is sideways. And I'm going to go in the center. And I'm going to open that petal widely. Okay. Again, I'm going to open it. And now I'm going to bring another ball the same size, and I'm going to put it on this side. Dip it in the pink first and then the orange, or the opposite, whichever way you want to. Because what is going to happen, or what we're going to get over here, is just some small shadows of color from one side or the other. We're going to see it. We come back again, side of the brush to open my bowl. Let me see. I want to be sure that I don't cover. So open it right there. Open it right there. And now make it dip. This is a sexy bunny. And we're going to take a small size ball for the center of the bowl. But this time, I want to be sure that it's almost covered with the color. Wipe it. Wait till it flows and then pat. And you can see both of the color. You can see the pink, you can see the orange. If you want to bring some color over here, just wet the brush and with a very tiny, just put it over there and then just paint it so you can have some color on the bowl. It's exactly the same way as we did with the little feet. And if it's too much, go for liquid and just clean it a little bit so you don't have that much over there. Now we already have the bowl of the bunny. Now, I'm going to color a little bit the cheeks of the bunny. So I'm going to wet into a tiny bit. It's almost like nothing. And I'm going to put it right there. See? And I'm going to wet the brush just to create an effect like it has blush. Again, a tiny bit. It's almost like there is nothing. If it's too big, let it go because we only want just a tiny detail over there, okay? With the brush very wet, just create that blush effect on the bunny. See, now all the rest of the details that I'm going to be doing, I'm going to do it with my detail brush and black paint. I'm also going to use my dotting tool. So now I'm going to be doing the eyes of my bunny, which is going to be right on top of that little nose. And I'm going to use the small part of the dotting tool. It's going to be one little dot over here and another one over here. Yes, if you have to make it, oops, now she have three eyes. Now we need to wipe it out. If you make, the good thing of the water paints is that if you make a little mistake, you can go back and you can clean it. There we go. She's clean totally. Now I'm going to do the mouth of the bunny, which is going to be over here. And I'm going to use the detail brush. And in a very, very thin line, I'm going to make like an U and another U to make that bunny. The mouth of the bunny. Okay, so be sure before you start that you don't have too much paint on your brush. So we come over here on the center and a U and another U the other side. And that's the mouth of the bunny. In this area over here, I'm gonna make a little tooth using exactly the remaining of the paint, because when you use the remaining of the paint, then you don't have that much, and it's just like a little effects over there. Now the bunny has some polka dots in the cheeks, tiny dots, very tiny in each one of the cheeks, tiny dots. Which the great thing of the detail brush is will help you create those tiny effects. Now clean your brush, and now we're gonna do some details on the feet of the bunny. We're almost finishing over here. And the other one, the same thing. And on the little hand, which is the other feet of the bunny, we're gonna do exactly the same thing. We're gonna do two small lines right there. And this bunny is definitely hopping for happiness. Look how beautiful. All right, so now that we finish our bunny, what is left, it is for us to seal all the area that are around the bunny with my Top Gel Plus. That's exactly what you guys are going to be using, the Top Gel Plus. Look how awesome the colors comes alive when you put the Top Gel Plus. It's amazing. Look how gorgeous the background of this sexy bunny looks. It looks amazing. I am sure that your clients are going to be very, very happy with this design. Over here, where I have those tiny details, I'm going to put a little bit to seal them. Just a little bit to seal. Same on the mouth. and over here where the freckles are, and of course where the eyes are. If you don't want to seal in top of the bunny like I did, then instead of using watercolors, you can use enamel colors. And then you don't have to do this. But in this particular case, since I use watercolors, I'm doing some small touches. And now I'm going to put in the UV lamp for 2 minutes. Okay, it's already completely cured. So the next step it is to clean it with our Clean It solution and our wipe it. So be sure that you clean completely the whole design. Once you do that, don't forget, we want our cuticles to feel pampered. So we put a little bit of the oil on our cuticles and the design is completely done. Okay, let's recap about our design. The first thing that we did was we sculpture a nail with the new colors from Tammy Taylor, the new collection for Easter. Easter bonnet and Easter morning sky. We use the Easter morning sky for the 3/4 of the nail, and we fade the Easter bonnet in top of the blue. Once we finished the nail, then we started the 3D design. And what we did was, using the sculpting brush, we took a medium size ball and we cover 3/4 of the nail. We pat and we flatten the whole surface of the bunny. We took 2 small balls using the 3-dimensional brush for the feet and 2 medium for the ears. A smaller ball for the feet, hands, and then what we did was, with small white deep into the pink, we created the effects of the feet. And that the same way we did the nose. The bow, it was with a 3-color. We used the white and we dip into the pink and the orange slide. And we did the 2 parts of the bowl, and the center of the bowl, instead of using the white side, I wanted to be sure that I covered the whole bowl with both colors and place it on the center. The remaining details of the bunny was done with the detail brush and the dotting tool with black paint. And just like I told you, if you want to use enamel, so you don't have to top coat it, it's okay, it would be perfect. But if you use watercolors, you want to be sure to seal it at the same time that you're sealing the surrounding of the bunny with the Top Gel Plus. We cure for 2 minutes under UV. If you're using LED, would be 1 minute. And here goes the designs. Just remember, you don't have to be an artist to look like one. You just need the right tools, and we have the right tools for you. I hope you enjoy it. Now, that was a fantastic design. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. And if you have any creative idea and you would like to share it with us, just send it to creativedirector@tammytaylornails.com. Again, creativedirector@tammytaylornails.com. See you next time.